Alrighty, we are on. So hopefully you guys are all in a nice, relaxed place. And firstly, I want to start off by saying a massive thank you on my behalf because thank you so much for allowing me this time to actually share with you guys some pretty cool stuff that I've learned over a number of years of coaching. And I believe that whatever we put into anything, we're going to reap the rewards. And time is one of our biggest assets, if not the biggest asset that any of us can, give. So I want to start off by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me this time to actually share with you guys some pretty cool stuff. So I think, with everything that's happening right now in the world, globally, life coaching, and this is my belief, life coaching is, I think, one of, if not the most important thing or career path that anyone can get into. And I'll explain a little bit why that is in a moment. But just understanding that mental health, where we're at with everything that's going on, mental health issues are going in the wrong way. And that's a global thing, and it's rapidly going in the wrong way, especially this year. 2020 has really taken a hit globally for a lot of us, and mental health issues are skyrocketing as career paths are plummeting, and people are losing their jobs, and just people are falling into mental health issues and addictions and things. And life coaching, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the most important, if not the most important thing. The more life coaches out there, or just even the more people out there aware of the way their mind works, is going to massively impact the mental health issues for coming down in that right direction. So thank you for allowing me this time, and let's get straight into it. So we're going to be running over how you can own your own successful life coaching business without having to create a thing. So I'll start by saying exactly what this isn't. So let me just get this slide. There we go. My clicker is not working. Oh, there we go. It's working. Beautiful. The joys of doing things live. So what exactly this isn't? This isn't like a get-rich-quick scheme or, a get-rich-quick sort of training where it's going to guarantee, all the results and, guarantee success. It's not about that. Like what I said before, we get out what we put in, and everything, our success all comes down to what we're doing on a daily basis and the energy we put towards it. And it's also not a training that is just about just dabbling in life coaching. I'm not too sure. You'll get to know in just a few slides a bit about my background, that I believe if you're going to do something, anything in life, if it's health related, financial related, business related, relationship related, any sort of thing that you want to put your mind to, I think dabbling is setting yourself up to fail. And that's just my thoughts. So I think if you want to do something, you've got to put your energy to it, and you've got to make that clear decision that this is what I want to do, and I want to dedicate my time, my energy, my focus, my attention, and everything to it. And that's what life coaching takes as well, because it is a serious career path, because you're dealing with an emotional state of yourself and your clients as well. So it's so important. And over this next 30 minutes, I want to show you exactly how you can own your own successful life coaching business, and how you can do that without having to create a thing. And I want to show you exactly what I did from being diagnosed as being clinically depressed to actually now helping other people through that same sort of transition, and how to do it rapidly and how to do it efficiently and in as short a time as possible to get results instantly. So, I know we're going to be squeezing a fair amount in, and because of that reason, I'm going to be talking fairly fast. So hopefully you guys can keep up. So just a little bit about myself. I've been a professional life coach for the last 6 years, and over that period, I've worked with hundreds of people from around the globe, around 30 countries, and helping them from things just as simple as a little bit of relationship issues, all the way through to more serious things like suicidal tendencies and all in between. And like I mentioned earlier, mental health is going in the wrong direction, and this is why I think now more than ever, if you've ever wanted to learn more about psychology and learn more about the way the mind works and in relation to our results in our life and our health in our life, then life coaching, now more than ever is so needed. And that's really the basis of Quantum Life Coaching Academy. It teaches people certain principles, but actually backs it with solid science as well. And everything that we teach is backed by solid science. And I hold that close to my heart, because I think once we understand certain concepts, we can learn certain principles and concepts and techniques on how to make change in someone. But if we understand why we're doing it and understand the science of it behind it, then that gives us more intention on behind it, and it also allows us to explain in a deeper meaning to our clients as well, and for them to get the best results as well. Because when we understand something deeply, then we can transfer that across to our clients. And back onto the mental health sort of side of things, I went through my own transition of being clinically diagnosed as depressed, on a cocktail of drugs just to numb me down psychologically and physically, and I'll get into that in a moment. But it was through that journey that I realized, man, like life coaching is something that rapidly made shift in my life more than what I was currently going through with my psychologist. So then only 2 years ago, I lost my brother to suicide. And, since that moment, my whole outlook as far as life coaching is concerned has massively changed. Like now, I am so passionate about getting the results in our clients, because, it's serious. It's you're dealing literally with someone's life, and I treat that so importantly. And I wanted to do something that's outside of my own business, where I could reach a different sort of clientele, I guess, that weren't aware of what life coaches did. So, I went and set up a non-for-profit all around raising awareness for men's mental health, and that's called You're Right Mate. So if you haven't heard of You're Right Mate, jump on our website, and we've got some pretty cool resources there as well at yourrightmate.org. But and that's really come about because of everything that I went through losing my brother, and that's something that no one should go through. So that's why I'm so obsessed with getting results and teaching the best principles possible, because it's serious stuff. So I wasn't always like this though. I grew up totally lost. And when I say totally lost, I mean like literally totally lost. I didn't even know. I knew the word personal and I knew the word development, but I'd never heard them put together. That's how naive I was with the personal development industry. I had no idea what a life coach was. I was a full-time aircon technician for around 10 years, and in that time, I did other jobs as well. I was a part-time personal trainer, and I tried network marketing. I was just bouncing around looking for something to really engage with in a way that I saw other people engaging with their careers. Like, oh man, I love work. I love Mondays, and I was always waking up going, man, I hate Mondays. Like the best day is Friday at 3:30 at knockoff time, and that's how I spent pretty much right up until my mid-20s, because I was in a career that I just wasn't passionate about. And it was around that time that I actually ruptured 2 discs in my lower spine, and that sent me off work for 12 months. And this is how I spent a lot of those months. I got my little boy Banjo there, and he spent the first 6 months of his life just literally laying right beside me. My brother, who I was just speaking about earlier, he moved in with me and cooked my meals and, cleaned the house and everything, because I was bedridden. I got told that I might not walk properly again. Like, I was on a cocktail of drugs with numbing the pain, both psychologically and physically. Like, I was not in a good sort of space. And excuse me, at the time I thought, well, I've got to have something that changes my focus off my illness and off my physical pain. And even though I wasn't really thinking that consciously, unconsciously I was looking for something, because there's only a certain amount of TV that you can actually watch, believe it or not. So I turned my attention to music, because it was a pastime that allowed me to change my focus. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not one to dabble. So I became obsessed with music, like my guitar. I ended up buying 6 guitars, and they were all covered in blood just because of my fingers. Just constantly, I was constantly playing. And then once I got myself to a point that I could get up and walk around, I started doing 1 or 2 gigs, which quickly led into becoming a full-time career. And I was full-time musician for 3 years, did just over 200 shows all around the country, multiple tours, and it was amazing. Like, it was awesome for 4 hours a day. The other 20, I found myself going back into depression, because I was lost still. Like, it was great playing music, and it's some of the best times I've had in my life. But while I was playing, I was in my own world. But outside of playing, those other 20 hours a day, the average gig would go for around 3-4 hours. Then I was just lost. I was drinking a lot, and I was doing a lot of other things just to keep me awake and keep me going through the days. And then that's when mental health issues started to creep in again, and I went down that path. So that's a little bit about my backstory. If you're sitting there and you're going, hey, Cam, hang on, I signed up for how to own a successful life coaching business. Like, what has this got to do with owning a life coaching business? And I want to say, like, it's got everything to do with owning your own life coaching business, because I know my story isn't unique. Like, I know we've all got a past, and I know mine is like minor compared to a lot of other people's out there. Like, we've all got something that we've gone through, either physically or mentally, emotionally, whatever it may be. But I think it's from those moments that can become our biggest asset, and we can actually start working towards something where we can say, well, I've gone through this, and I can help other people transition, go through this as well. And it was in this time that I ended up finding personal development. And right up until then, like I said earlier, I didn't even know those 2 words went together. Like, so I stumbled really across life coaching. I got given a clip to watch from a mate, and that led me down a path where I just started searching more and more things on YouTube. And like I said earlier, I'm not one to dabble, so I became obsessed with it. And I started enrolling in courses and doing NLP courses, doing multiple levels of hypnosis courses and timeline therapy and all these different life coaching sort of courses out there, and investing a lot of time and money into myself. And that's when I found this guy, Bob Proctor. If you guys haven't heard of Bob, he's worldly renowned as pretty much being the #1 coach on human potential and success. When I came across Bob's material, like, that's when I really got obsessed. And so much so, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, but so much so that I sold my house and I invested tens of thousands of dollars to travel to Canada and meet with Bob and learn directly from him. And this is out the front of Bob's house. And I ended up flying back and forth to Canada multiple times over the years just to learn directly from Bob. And it was in this same sort of time that I met this guy as well. If you guys haven't seen this person, Don Tolman, he's also known as the Whole Foods Medicine Man. And Don got introduced to me through my partner. And Don is fascinating with understanding nutrition and how nutrition affects certain organs and how it affects our psychology and how it affects every single cell in our body, and what foods to eat and how to eat them and when to eat them and everything. So I became obsessed with Don as well. And my partner and I have learned a lot from both of these guys. They're big influences in my coaching scene and also my partner's business as well. But I ended up signing up to become a consultant for Bob and selling his core program, which is Thinking into Results. And I ended up doing a heap of shows or seminars here in Queensland on the coast and online and things over the years of running people through Thinking into Results. And over that time, I worked with some pretty cool people and helped them transition through difficult times and understanding the way their mind works on a deeper level so that they can get the best results possible. But I want to actually really get into 3 key things that I believe if you can get your head around these 3 things, then you're well on your way to owning your own successful life coaching business, and you don't have to create a thing. So number 1 is understanding the number 1 thing that will always hold you back, and how you can do less and actually get more. And number 3 is how you can actually not do everything yourself, and there's ways around that, which we'll cover in just a second. So secret number 1, the one thing that is always holding you back is always going to be that person looking back at you in the mirror. Like it's not Corona, it's not the economy, it's not your partner, your kids, your boss, your family, anything. It's 100% always going to be that person looking back at you in the mirror. And I want to explain why. Because the moment we say, oh, my life is this way because X, because of this person, or because of this event, or because of whatever it may be, we're passing that blame from ourselves onto that other person or circumstance or whatever it may be. And no matter how much we can actually justify it and reason with it and believe it ourselves, we're always in control of our own results. Because if you're sitting there saying, Cam, hang on, you have no idea, mate. Like, it might be easy for you, but trust me, you don't know my story. And I want to say the truth is that the moment you see it as exactly that, your story, then maybe you could just say, why don't I change my story? Because the results that we're always going to get are always a result of the reflection of our internal thought patterns. So I'll put it like this. The way you think impacts the way you feel, and your results always come from the way you feel. So if you wake up and you say, I don't really feel like doing much, how's that going to reflect in my results? Like, if we begin to take control of our thought patterns, then we can continue to take control of our results and control of ultimately our entire life. Like, I firmly believe that everyone and anyone can achieve any sort of goal they put their mind to and dedicate, their energy and their focus and their determination to, because, if that's what we're thinking about constantly, we're going to get emotionally involved with that idea, and we always act in harmony with the way we feel. And if I'm thinking, feeling, and acting in harmony with the way I actually want to be, then how are my results going to be? So, this is where, if we start to take an objective view of ourselves and the way we live from day to day, and we start to say, maybe I'm thinking about the wrong things. Maybe I'm getting emotionally involved with the wrong ideas. Maybe just a slight shift in perception. And if I get emotionally involved with the right ideas, maybe I'll feel like actually doing, setting up a business or taking that leap. So really start to objectively view that subjective sort of mindset. And, I'm not sitting here and saying this is an easy thing to do, because our thought patterns are habitual. And whenever we go against a habit, we're going to feel uncomfortable. And this is what the comfort zone is. And this is why it's called the comfort zone, because it's comfortable. It's very uncomfortable to go against our habitual thought patterns. So, but understanding that the one thing that will always hold you back is always going to be yourself. So, number 2, how you can actually do less and how you can get more. So to understand this, I want to read just a couple of paragraphs from this book. If you guys haven't heard me read any sections of this book, I know we've got some people on here that's in a Facebook group that I've read some things from here before, but just take a listen to this and see if, understanding that if we shift our approach, that maybe we can get massive different results in our life. So this is how it starts. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Milford Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees just an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon in late July. I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on just a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short energies in the futile attempt to fly through the glass on the window pane. Its whining wings tell the story of the fly's strategy. Try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It's impossible for the fly to actually try hard enough to succeed in breaking through the glass. But nevertheless, this small insect has staked its life on trying to reach its goal through raw effort and determination. The fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. But across the room, only 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of effort now being wasted, it would free itself from this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach? Something dramatically different. What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough of more of the same? No doubt this approach seems to make sense to the fly, but regrettably it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder is not necessarily the solution to achieving more. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying hard, then maybe you're going to kill your chances for success. Man, like when I first read that or heard that, I was like, oh man, maybe I've been banging my head against the wall for so long, trying different approaches, like just trying a little bit harder, work a little bit harder, put a little bit more hours in to my days. working on a Saturday, working on a Sunday, instead of just shifting my approach, the way I go about things, and how that can actually quantify your results massively, instead of just trying little steps here and there, and just, if I work 1 hour more, I should get more in. If I work 2 hours more, I should get more in. If I work a Saturday and a Sunday, instead, shifting our approach can make massive results, massive, huge quantum leap results. So how can we actually set up a life coaching business and not have to do it ourselves? Like, for me, when I started, I learned everything the hard way. I went into business, and not knowing anything about business at the time, I'd finished a lot of different trainings in life coaching, and then I thought, well, now I've got all these skills. Like, now where's the people? How can I market myself? So then I had to learn about marketing, and I had to invest $20,000 into a marketing coach for 1 year of business and marketing training. And I ended up getting pretty frustrated, because I was like, man, I've got all these skills, but I can't reach people. How can I reach people? So, it wasn't until I actually started Bob's program that I thought, there's got to be an easier way of doing this. There's got to be a better concept that I can do. So maybe not being the fly and trying a different approach could be possibly the way we could do it. And I did that through Bob's program, selling his program, because I thought, well, he's done all the work. All I got to do is sell the thing. So that helped me get out there, and it helped me build confidence as well as a coach, and understanding, how different we all are from situation to situation, and how you can get huge results in anyone, I believe, if they're willing. So it allowed me to sort of take that quantum leap in my business rapidly, because I changed my approach, and I didn't learn everything myself. I had to learn everything myself, but I went and then found Bob's program and ended up just on selling that. And that allowed me to, just concentrate on selling and concentrate on serving, instead of saying, well, now I've got to plan this program and, spend months and, time and effort and design work and everything that I was doing, with other programs before I jumped onto Bob's. So, just to recap, the number one thing that will always be holding you back is always that person staring back at you in the mirror. And excuse me, just with a simple change of approach, we can quantify our results massively. Just by simply redirecting what we're actually putting our energy into. And excuse me, I'm just having a drink. My throat is getting dry. And how, if you find a system that works and how you can model it, and maybe you don't have to do everything yourself. So that, if you can master these three things, that's how I believe you can get to a point where you can own your own successful life coaching business, because you don't have to do everything yourself. So it's on that note that this is what I'm excited about, and this is what I want to actually run you guys through, because I think it ticks all these boxes. So I'm asking for your guys' permission if I can actually run through with you something that I've been brainstorming for just over 2 years, but it's really been this year that it's actually starting to come to fruition. It's really starting to happen. So right now, even though you guys can't see me, this is literally how I'm feeling. Like I'm over the moon about this, because it's something that I believe ticks all these boxes, and how we can have coaches that run through something where they don't have to create everything themselves, and how they're getting science-based principles so that they can run their own business and get huge results, and they're not having to create anything, which is really cool. So this is it. This is the life coaching system, and this is what it's been a hell of a long time coming. It's a 12-week program that it's the closest thing you can get, I think, to a business in a box. As much as I don't like that term, business in a box, but you'll understand what I mean in just a moment. Like, over the 12 weeks, you get all the skills that I know about life coaching and what I've learned from quite a few mentors over the years, and what works and what doesn't work. And I've taken all different parts of understanding the way the mind works in relation to our body, our physical body, and then also our results that we want to get. So everything from what a coach can and can't do, very simple, all the way through to more complex, techniques and strategies on how you can get massive change nearly instantly with not only yourself but your clients as well. And then that's in week 1, really, where we take a broad sort of look at the entire 12 weeks, and we start to look into a little bit about understanding the way the mind works and psychology. And then in week 2, we start really building on our foundations, understanding language and understanding communication and physiology. And then week 3 is where we really start to dive in, and that's where all my passion really goes. It's understanding the science behind a lot of principles, so that everyone that goes through the life coaching system, even if you're not someone wanting to create a business, even if you're just someone that is stuck in life and not too sure where to turn, the life coaching system is something that will massively impact your life in a positive way. And I can firmly say that, just because not only has it done it for me, but it's done it for all my clients that I've ran through similar sort of systems, and we all get the same sort of results. It's waking up with more energy. It's being more passionate. It's having actual reasons why certain things work. Because, like I said before, if we don't understand why we're doing it, if we're not understanding the science behind things, then our intention on doing it, if we don't feel like doing it, we might not. But the second you understand the science behind things, that's what really sparks intention, I've found anyway. So then later in the week, it's or in the program, weeks 9 and 10, we spend a lot of time on diving into your story, because your story will end up being your unfair advantage. And I'll explain it like this. Like, my story is my unfair advantage, because it's my story. Someone else can mirror and match and all they want about every other area of business, but our own story, we can't, that belongs to me. My story is my biggest asset. My back injury, my addiction problems, my depression, and the music and the non-for-profit and losing my brother, all are my story. So that allows me as a coach to resonate with so many people, because it's my own experience, and we all connect with someone if we can sort of connect on that kind of emotional level, where we say, yeah, you know what, this person gets me, they've been there. So we dive deep into understanding your story, because that will massively help with your business, with marketing yourself in a certain way. And then that drives straight into weeks 11 and 12, your new life, which is really looking at your future as a coach, like, where to from now. And if you're saying, well, is this really for me? Like, who is this actually for? Like, if you're someone at all that is interested in furthering your knowledge on psychology and understanding the way the mind works in relation to your body and your results in life, then 100% the life coaching system is, I believe, the be all or end all that it's for you. If you're even someone that's lost, like I was, because I got into it just because I was lost. Like I said, I didn't know life coaching was a thing. I just signed up because I thought, well, maybe this can actually help me. So if that's you, then 100% it will get the results that will allow you to wake up with more energy and direction and focus in life. So the life coaching system, it's a 12-week program, but when I was designing it, I thought, well, like, what happens after 12 weeks? Like, I don't want any student that comes through the academy to feel like I was when I went through my training, and then at the end I was like, man, now you kidding me? I've got 20 grand for a coach, for a business coach? Oh man, like I wanted it so bad, and that just drove me. It frustrated me really. Like it was like, man, well, I don't want anyone that comes through the life coaching system to get to the end of the 12 weeks and feel like that. Like, I've got these skills, but now I've got to go pay a marketing coach or a business coach. So, I created the business system that is all around marketing yourself as a coach. Like, it's pretty much a lot of what I learned from that $20,000 coach. And it's all around marketing. It's about ads. It's about design work and how to present yourself as a coach, and whether it be online or running seminars, whatever it may be. So that's what the business system is all about, right? You come out with your experiences and a clear direction, and then you jump straight into the business system that will show you, how to actually present yourself. And then the access to a private Facebook group. I know we've got some people on here that are already running their own business and already down that entrepreneurial sort of path. So I know you guys will resonate with me, but those of you who haven't jumped into your own business yet, it can be a lonely, I was going to say year, but it can be a lonely multiple years, really. For me, I'm running my own business. My partner's running her own business. And, it can be lonely at times. And that's where the Facebook group is a place where all the students can gather, share their wins, share their insights, share their learnings, right from the word go, like right from day one of the life coaching system. So jump in, introduce yourself, get to know people. And, I want to really create a academy that, is a family sort of experience, because everyone that's going through it will have their own history, will have their own reasons on doing it. But if we can start to connect with other like-minded people, then that energy, when you're experiencing that energy where you're connected with other like-minded people, all desiring the same outcome to better themselves, better their business, reach more people, whatever it may be, when you've got a connection like that with like-minded people, on those down days that we all have, you can jump in the Facebook group and people will be there to resonate with you, to build you back up. So that's the that's the private Facebook group. And then, I'm just going to have a drink. So the business system is going to save massive amount of time and massive amount of money, because you don't have to hire a business coach or a marketing coach. So, those countless hours that I went through setting up designs and doing all those sort of things, that's where the business system really cuts those hours down and potentially saves tens of thousands of dollars. Like I said, this was me when I came out of my life coaching training. I was so excited, but then I ended up going, you kidding me? I got to learn all this online business? Like, what? Like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, this is how I felt like grabbing my computer and just throwing it. Like it's unless you're running an online business already, you may not know what I mean, but the online scene is a different sort of kettle of fish, and it takes a long time to get your head around. So, that's where the business system really comes in, because it's showing you all those sort of things step by step what to do. So that's what I wanted every student to go through: the system, the life coaching system, and then the business system, so that they can present themselves in a certain way. They've got the Facebook group so they can connect with like-minded people. And I thought, what was secret number 3? Like, what if we found a system that worked and we can actually sort of mirror that system and we should get the same sort of results? And that's exactly what this is all about. You Choose and your Quantum Leap, which are 2 of our core programs. And I'll run through them just quickly. To give you an idea, your Quantum Leap, it's a 12-week program that's heavily influenced by Bob Proctor. And after years of going through Bob's material and guiding people through his material, I started bringing in different concepts that I'd learned from different mentors and my life coaching trainings, and started getting different results, a lot quicker. So I thought, well, why don't I create another sort of program based around a lot of Bob's principles, but bring in a lot of life coaching sort of principles as well. And that's what your Quantum Leap is. It's a 12-week sort of intense program, and I give that to all the students as well, so that they can run through that same sort of principle as well. And then the You Choose one is it's a shorter program. It's 8 weeks, and it's for anyone that, if you have a specific goal that you want to achieve, then the 8-week program, You Choose, is really a step-by-step how to actually achieve that specific goal. Like this is a photo of us signing a contract with Don Tolman. We ended up doing a program with Don, and it's that same sort of principle that got us that opportunity to actually sit down and sign a contract with Don to work with him. So those 2 programs, I thought, well, I don't want to just give it to just the students and then that's it. So I thought, well, what if they could actually on-sell it as well? So once they go through it, they learn all the things, then they can actually coach people through those same sort of programs, and then they've got 2 programs where they don't have to design, they don't have to film, they don't have to edit, they don't have to worry about marketing content and all those things. That's all included. And that's where I thought, well, that sort of is ticking all these boxes that I can think of anyway, of running a business without having to create a thing. So you've got from word go, you're learning everything about life coaching over 12 weeks, and then you've got access to another program, the business system, showing you everything about online scene and marketing and content and design work and all that sort of stuff that you'll need to learn some way or another. And then the Facebook group where you can jump in, ask questions, and share wins and all those sort of things, and you've got a group of like-minded people sort of cheering you on. And then these 2 programs that I know work, and I know we've used them personally in our life multiple times, but I've used them with dozens and dozens and dozens of people from all areas of the globe. So I know they work following these step-by-step sort of principles, and that's what You Choose and Quantum Leap is all about. And then I thought, well, they can on-sell that, because that's a program that they can easily just sell with their coaching services. So that will massively fast track your coaching career. So I want to run through exactly what, ignore that price right now, exactly what this is all about. So the life coaching system, it's valued at $5,000. And then the access to the private Facebook group, that's valued at $500. The business system, which is, you know, pretty much everything that we paid $20,000 for, is valued at $5,000, just the way it's presented. And your Quantum Leap, the coaches can on-sell that for $1,500, and the academy just gets a percentage of that as well. And the same goes for You Choose, and that's marketed at just under $1,000. And then the expert's guide to becoming a quantum life coach is the affiliate sort of side of things, and that's where, you know, you get a landing page set up, and you get all the marketing sort of content that goes along with You Choose and your Quantum Leap. So that's a total of just under $15K. And good news is that because you guys are on this, I'm not going to charge $15K for this, but I want to just run these 3 questions over. So, reason with this: would it be worth $15,000 if all this actually did was give you a life coaching business? Reason that for a moment. Like right now, I'm studying my degree, and you know that's just under $30K. And a degree can be anything from $20,000 to, you know, over $100,000. And you come out with a piece of paper, and yeah, beautiful. You learn a heap of cool skills, but then you still got to market yourself. You still got to get clients. You still got to present yourself in a certain way, and you got to learn something, and, you know, potentially get a business advisor or, you know, a marketing coach or whatever it may be. So if all this did was actually give you a entire life coaching business, like I said before, business in a box, so to speak, is it worth $15K? And, you know, what if it all it really did was show you how your mind worked on a deeper level, so that you can get out of a place that, you know, is like I was, you know, stuck, confused, frustrated, depressed, and start actually being the creator of your life, and start, you know, seeing things in a different way, and be able to rapidly change your state in a heartbeat, and to be able to transfer that across to, you know, your friends, your family, whatever it may be, your kids. Would it be worth $15K? And again, like I was in a place where I didn't like what I was doing. In the aircon trade, I know, you know, it's a awesome trade if you enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it. Like, if all this did was give you a business model that actually allowed you to do something that you loved, would it be worth it? So I think the real question is, don't be like Will Ferrell here in what was it? What's that movie? Walk Hard, I think. Get Hard, maybe. I think it's Get Hard. But, you know, don't be like this, thinking, man, like, you know, what if I don't do it? Like, even just understanding the skills so you can better understand your kids, better understand your work colleagues, your partner, your friends, whatever it may be, and help them through certain challenges. Like I said, mental health is going in the wrong direction, and this is where understanding life coaching principles, I think, is the number one thing that everyone should be focusing on. So this is the special that I want to run you guys through, because you're here today. You know, you get all these things, the 12-week program of the life coaching system, running everything through, understanding right from, you know, what a life coach can and can't do, all the way through to, you know, advanced techniques and understanding the science behind them, so you can better understand and put more intent towards you know, your clients and yourself. And then, you know, the Facebook group, where, you know, you've got a bunch of like-minded people cheering you on and supporting you and asking advice. And, you know, if you've got questions about a client, a situation, you know, you can put it in there, and you know, we can all sort of jump in and advise what we would do. And I'm going to be in there constantly. So the business system as well, which, like I said, is, well undervalued at 5,000, but it's valued at that. Showing you everything about marketing and design work and all those sort of things. And then the Your Quantum Leap, which is the 12-week program that's heavily influenced by Bob Proctor's program that I was selling for $6,500 when I was doing it. And You Choose, which is valued at just under 1,000, which is about running someone through an intense program for 8 weeks to get them specific goal-orientated sort of things, to get them honing in and to understand the psychology of goals as well. And then the Expert's Guide to Becoming a Quantum Life Coach is the affiliate sort of based program that gives you marketing material so you can market yourself and on-sell your Quantum Leap and You Choose, which is a total value of $15,000. But we're in beta testing, so we're still running people through this and signing people up to run them through. It's kicking off in August 15, so still a couple of weeks away, and we're running people through asking for a group of beta testers, because like I said, mental health issues are going in the wrong way, and life coaches, as far as I am concerned, are the most important people. That the more out there, the better. And I personally, I think it's the number one thing that is going to get those numbers down. So all this is a total of $15,000, but for today, it's $1,500, saving huge amount, which is just the $13,500. If you head to that link right there, which is qlcacademy.com/beta testing, that's where you'll see a link, and on that link you can do a one-off payment of $1,500, or you can do 5 payments of $350, depending on what it is that's best suits your financial sort of situation. But $1,500, and you get an entire life coaching system, which is understanding all the principles about life coaching, understanding why specific things work the way they work, understanding the way the brain works, and understanding how our focus can actually bring certain things into our world and bring things into our awareness, understanding the anatomy of what actually goes on in the brain. So like I said earlier, Quantum Life Coaching Academy is science-based coaching. It's not just teaching principles and then wishing you on your merry way and saying, this is it, they work. Don't ask how these principles work, just they work. That's fine for a lot of people, but I always thought, well, I want to know why these principles work. I want to know how they work. I want to know what chemicals get released when I'm excited, and I want to know what chemicals get released when I'm down, and I want to know why I get addicted to certain chemical responses in my body, because we all are addicted to our own chemical states from time to time, and that's why change is so hard. But understanding that is crucial, I think, because the more you understand, then the more intention you can put behind why you're actually doing certain things, why you've got to go against the grain, why you've got to step out of your comfort zone, because of this chemical addiction that all of us have for our phone, for our work, for our partner, for whatever it may be. If it's feeling depressed, it's because there's an addiction there with certain chemicals that get released. And understanding the science behind this is so crucial to becoming a life coach, because it's once you understand these sort of things that you can say, man, this is why you're going to feel uncomfortable. This is why we need to make shifts in our physiology. This is why the way we're talking, all these sort of things. You start to understand when going through that life coaching system, and then to come out on the other side and say, well, what now? And that's where the business system and the Facebook group is right there to say, this is what we do. Day one, you're going to do this. Day two, you're going to do this. Get out certain marketing campaigns, get clients actually coming to you rather than you chasing clients. And that's what the business system is about. Your Quantum Leap and You Choose are two programs that I've ran dozens of people through that I know 100% work if they're followed to a T. And as a coach, you run through the life coaching system, you understand these principles, and then you run through your Quantum Leap and You Choose, and you will see it from a different awareness, and you'll say, man, this is why this works. And once you're coaching someone else, you can say, look, run through You Choose or run through your Quantum Leap, whatever it is that will suit that specific client. But you know why they need to do certain principles that are in your Quantum Leap and You Choose. And then the Expert's Guide is all about that on-selling of You Choose and your Quantum Leap, where the academy get a percentage, and the coaches get the entire programs where they can just focus on serving people rather than jumping in front of a camera and filming themselves to design a program that can take anything from 3 months to 6 months to 12 months to actually do. And that's where I've been plenty of times before creating programs, and that's where I am with all this as well. But it's with this that I believe is the ticket, I think, to running a successful life coaching business without having to create a thing. So I want to personally thank all you guys for your time. I know we went a little bit over, or way over actually. I am so stoked that you guys have stuck around, so thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your energy, and just from the bottom of my heart, whatever decision you make, I want to thank you for this time anyway, because like I said before, time is the biggest asset. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time and your attention, and whatever it is you do, just make a decision. The word decision means to cut away from, to totally cut off all other options. And if life coaching is something that is tickling your interest in some sort of way, then make a decision and say, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate my time and my energy and obviously some finance towards this, because now more than ever, life coaches are needed, because mental health, suicide rates, and addictions and abuse are all going in the wrong direction. And I know wherever you're tuning in from, I know we've got people here obviously tuned in from here, Australia, and then I know we've got some people in America as well. And whatever it is, or wherever you are, life coaches are needed, because what is more important than understanding yourself on a deep level and being able to transfer that across to even those you love, or not only that, potentially your clients as well, and to be able to make change. So thank you again for your time. There's the link, qlcacademy.com/beta testing. Head over there, either pay the $1,500 or you can make the 5 payments of $350. And because of America, these are all in Australian prices, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's just under $1,000. I think it's $970. I'm not too sure. So all the prices on the website are Australian on that link, but those of you who are tuning in from America, the back end of the software does the conversion anyway, so it will convert into American or wherever you're tuning in from. But it is all in Australian dollars. So thank you again for your time and your energy, and whatever it is, just make a decision. And I hope to be able to chat with you tomorrow if you've signed up, and welcome you to the Quantum Life Coaching Academy family. So thank you again. Much love, much respect, so much gratitude. Thank you. Take care.